back with another YouTube salary series, and as you can see on the title, I'm now on my 4th salary here on YouTube, and though the amount is not as big as the 2nd and the 3rd salary, but I'm still so happy because it's money, and I feel like all of the efforts that I have made in making videos are all paid off. Unfortunately, I don't have cash right now with me now, but as usual, I'm going to tell you in a creative way of how much is the money that I have received from YouTube this time. And again, as you can see also in the title, I have written there of what are the ways that I have done in order for me to survive here in Japan for my 5 years here in Japan with my little Japanese language level, with my low Japanese language level. And this video is requested by a friend that I have met on YouTube just recently. I hope I make you happy in making this content.
I'm Aira. I love living my life to the fullest. And most of all, I love to laugh. A lot. Welcome to my life.
So one information is equivalent to 1,000 yen. So as we go along the way, you will know how much money did I receive from YouTube. I think you already know the drill. As I keep on talking, I also keep on counting, and that's where we accumulate. We add everything until I stop talking, until I stop the video, I stop everything. So yeah, at the end of this video, you will know how much money I have received from YouTube, and I hope you guys will have fun. Number 1, equivalent to 1,000 yen. It's my husband's assistance. Without him, I don't know what Japan is, especially on my first few months here in Japan. I'm like a newborn baby. I can't live without him. I don't know what's going on around me. I am very dependent on him. Even up to now, I'm still dependent on my husband, but I am very observant at the same time. I always observe of how he does this, how he does that, and everything. So if ever it's my turn to do it alone, I won't be panicking and I won't be needing his help anymore. And if there is something that I don't understand, I always ask questions. That's why I also learn a lot of things. And he's letting me do things while he is behind me. And if there is something that I don't know, or if there is something that I do wrong, he'll always correct me and he always explains whatever it is. I'm so happy because my husband's a patient man. Way number 2, equivalent to 2,000 yen now. I also study Japanese little by little. It depends on my mood. If I'm on the mood to study the difficult level, or I'm in the mood to study the easy ones, yes. And the most fun way that I study Japanese is I learn Japanese with my baby, because studying with your baby is fun. Yeah, mostly we study through music because the words are simple and it's also fun. So if you learn something with fun, it's easier for you to remember those things. And we also watch TV with my husband and with my kid. So every time we watch TV, I don't let my husband translate everything to me. If there's one portion that I don't understand, that's the only time that I ask him to translate that information, that specific line, for me to learn more. Way number 3, 3,000 yen. Japan is very rich with internet connection. Yeah, that's what I consider as also beneficial. Because if there is something that I don't understand, it's just one click away. The Google Translate and the Google Map, those are the 2 applications that are very helpful to me. And if there are some words that I don't understand in the signboards or everything that's written there, I just aim the camera in the Google Translate's camera on that text and it will automatically translate for you. And yeah, I'm just happy because now I already have my own data on my phone. So even if I'm outside the house, I don't have the connection of our house's Wi-Fi, I could still browse the internet if there is something that I don't know or I want to know in my own language. But I also have been through the phase where I didn't have the internet connection, because when I first came here, I was just a tourist and I didn't have my own pocket Wi-Fi, my own data when I came here. So what I did before is every time I go out alone without my husband, I always search for convenience stores. All of the convenience stores have Wi-Fi where you can connect. So every time I want to go somewhere and I am afraid of getting lost, I always search for a convenience store and stop over, connect Wi-Fi, and search on something, and I'm ready to go. Way number 4, for 4,000 yen, Japan is improving their services because the foreigners are getting many, so they are offering English languages in their ATM machines, in their banks, and they also have tablets in their restaurants. Not all, but some are offering English languages and other languages in their tablets. So when you order food from their restaurants, you just have to click, and you can also change the language on which language you can understand. So that's very convenient. Way number 5, I also have English sites with me where I get information, news, latest updates, and where to study Japanese, where to study English, or where are the institutions that we can go for those non-Japanese speakers. So I'm going to paste here of what are those sites that I am saving on my phone just in case. Yes, I also have saved there the link or the site that I will visit or I might be needing in case of emergency, in case of holidays, Saturday, Sundays, where the hospitals are off. Way number 6, for 6,000 yen, I use gestures most of the time on my first years here in Japan. Yes, you might find it funny, but gestures are very, very helpful. Just make sure you don't use your mouth in pointing something, because that's not a good manner in Japan. And don't ever point a Japanese with your pointing finger, because that's a big no-no also. So I do this, I do this, I do this. Yeah, and that's very helpful because every time I use the gesture, there are some or most of the Japanese are very helpful to tell you of what that gesture means or what that verb means. So for example, if I do this, they'll say taberu, or if I do this, I'm full, they'll say onakai pai, are you full, something like that. So as I do the gesture, they also say the word, and I also learn at the same time. So gestures are a very big help. Way number 7, for 7,000 yen, I study words that are related to a specific appointment before I go to that appointment the day before or the night before. So just like today, we went to the police station with my baby, just me and my baby, to pass papers that we need to process our car's papers, new car's papers. Yeah, I'll be vlogging that one very soon, our new car, hopefully. Yes, before I went there today, I already asked my husband yesterday of what are the possible words that I might need when I go there and how to pronounce such word, and what is the Japanese translation for this and that. Way number 8, for 8,000 yen, I am fond of familiarization. So for example, if we went to such specific place, I take something like, I don't know how to call it, something like episodic memory, something like that. Like I create pictures in my mind that I've been to this place, and if I see something, I do landmarks in my mind, like this. If I see this building, it's around here somewhere, or if I see this building, there is a hospital around here, or this is the secret way to go to this specific place, or that. Yeah, something like that. Because yeah, before, when I had no data on my phone yet, I am fond of getting lost. So I already have also like created that strategy. I take pictures, especially in the train stations. I take pictures of the train stations timetable because some timetables have no English translation. So I take pictures of it. I watch the time, the schedule, so I will not get lost and I won't get into the wrong train. Number 9, for 9,000 yen, I find bicycle very helpful because aside from it gets me to the places that I want to go on my own pace, I can also stop over somewhere in case I feel like I'm getting lost without disturbing other motorists. And I can also find a good place for me to feel safe and browse my phone. And I don't need to study also Japanese rules, Japanese law in driving. But that doesn't mean that I don't need to learn driving. As a mom here in Japan, I should learn how to drive, especially if my husband is out for work because I'm the only one left with my baby. So what if in case there's an emergency, I can't call my husband out from work anytime, so I really have to drive. Way number 10 for 10,000 yen. Yeah, we're now number 10,000 yen. Yeah. Way number 10, I do output. So every time I have time, I input information, input Japanese words. I study a lot inside my head. I'm putting it inside my head, but there's nowhere I can practice that one here in the house because again, we speak English in the house. So what I do is I go out with my baby. I bring him to the park. I make friends with the Japanese moms and I practice those words that I have in my mind. I do output. So I challenge myself to speak. I challenge myself to learn new words from them. So I try to do conversation. 11th way for 11,000 yen. Our last way. Yes, 11,000. You already have an idea of how much is our fourth salary here on YouTube. Yes, my 11th way is I get help from my Filipina friends. We sometimes gossip about what's happening in the government or what will be the benefits that we are getting or some other news, some other like updates that are happening in their area, and I also share what's happening around my area, something like that. And because of that, I was able also to work here in Japan, in a factory here in Japan, because I had a Filipina friend at Agnes and Jamie that were able to share some of their information that get me to work here in Japan. So our total earning is 11,617 Japanese yen. That's why I also have told you 11 ways, my 11 ways on how to survive Japan with little Japanese language knowledge. See you guys next time and have a great day!